What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. It's episode number 10, returning today on the back of our season opener, where of course we signed 6 new players to our Swansea City team. I say 6 new players, I mean we had Rushworth and Jamal last year as well, but Ron's got a homecoming, Brownhill's in, and of course signed Karius, and this guy Marchetti for the bench as well. And thanks to the comments on this as well, let me know that Marchetti is a loyal fighter. A loyal fighter and not the best technical player, but someone who gives this all. Now that is a Doxy signing to a T, so I appreciate the comment, mate. And today, going to play our first 3 games of Premier League, and also with 25 mil in the transfer budget, make some more signings as well. Right, let's jump into our first Premier League game of the season, and since returning with Swansea 6 years later, aiming to stay in the division in our first season up. Not going to be easy, but these are games where we should be targeting wins. Even though we're away, Nottingham Forest, I think we can match up with them quite well, and possibly sneak all 3 points here on the opening day, not just a point. Nuno's, not Steve Cooper's, despite the animation. Nuno's side away at the City ground. Timon to Patterson. Jamie. Is it back to Joe? Harry out wide to Josh. Keep and hold the ball. That's what we like to do. As we look to build from just inside our own half here. Jamal's done really well. And Grimes is going to give it back, and there's Timon out wide. Nice build up this. Now there's 2 blue shirts to the right of Timon. He's found one. Yates, Patterson. Oh, just didn't really hit it with much power. And in the end, a pretty simple save. That probably should have hit the back of the net, but it was going to get a shot on target. As Yates goes up for the header, cleared away. Grimes, have a dig, skipper. Have a dig, mate. No, straight at Mangala. It'll be cleared away. That's good though. That's really good football. Good attack minded. Getting the ball forward. Sadly, the finish was lacking, but that's what we want to see, man. Yeah, 12 minutes to go. I think we're going to see this point out here. And I've been impressed with the opening day performance. As Jamal finds Timon, who's in behind, he's going to need a teammate here. He's got one in Jamal. Jerry. Timon. Good football. Someone get in the middle. Oh, it's a shocking pass in. Win that. Rodden. Ginnerly. Key. Yates. Patterson. Key. Ginnerly. Go on, mate. Try and touch the keeper. Oh! Last chance to win it. Just couldn't keep it down. It's probably going to do it for the game, and it is. And to be honest here, I mean, I said I want to be brave and target wins, but you're still not going to turn your nose up at a point away, especially early season as a newly promoted side. Good performance, if not all 3 points. I'll take it. I'd say looking at this Swansea City team, to me, I'm not that concerned about the back line. Yes, I do think we need a new right back, because we only got the one in Josh Key, and to be fair, 68 overall probably does need to be improved upon at right back. But the centre-half partnership with Harry Darling and Joe Rodden, I like that. And with Josh Timon at left back and still growing, and Carl between the 6 as well, I'm not too concerned about this quad here. I'm mostly concerned about this. I'm mostly concerned about going forward. Can we score enough goals with this Swansea City team? So I feel with the 26 mil we got, our first signing needs to be a new forward or a new winger. And so with that being the case, I'm going to make my first signing right now with the 26 mil we got. And I want to say thank you for all the transfer suggestions I got in the last episode, man. I had so many great comments from you guys. I wanted to sign the player that I saw requested more than any other. And to be honest here, I mean, this guy, there was so many comments from you guys saying please bring him back, because whilst he was originally on the books of Hull first, he moved to Swansea and came through the academy there in South Wales before moving on to Manchester United. It didn't quite work out for him there after his big move to Old Trafford, but last year getting Leeds back to the Premier League, balling out at Ellen Road, I'm going to say to Dan James, just like with Joe Rodden, it is time for a homecoming. Thank you for all the comments, man. I really, really appreciate it. I wanted to bring someone in that you guys were really big on, and you guys were massive on the return of Dan James. Let's bring him back to Swansea. I have to say, I saw Dan James play a few times for Manchester United, and I thought that, okay, listen, he wasn't quite the next Ryan Giggs, let's be honest here, but he did work hard. He did work hard. He did put a shift in down the flank, and I say this a lot, for 7.25 mil, it's a great deal there. That, to me, will always win the fans over, no matter what. Hard work, there is no substitute for that. His agent offered Dan James to take a pay cut, and I said, come on, man, that is just not realistic. We're not doing things totally realistic here. But it's got to have at least a little bit of realism to it, man. And for me, Dan James, I think to tempt him to a return here to South Wales, he'd need a pay increase, not a pay decrease. decrease considering Leeds won the title last year and we went up via the playoffs. So in the end, it's a crucial squad role. He knows he'll be a star here on 50 grand a week, and Dan James is back at the Swansea.com stadium at 26 years old, 76 rated. Taking the number 7, I said I was withholding that number for our new star winger, whoever that would be. And in the end, just like Joe Rodon, it's a player that's been here before Dan James. Welcome back to South Wales, Mr. James. Yeah, really pleased with that. It does seem as though he's not going to get much better now at 76 overall, but I still think he could grow a rating or two. He was the name that you guys were shouting out in the comments the most in the last episode, so I felt I had to bring him in. Dan James is back in South Wales as our new star winger on that left-hand side, buzzing with us. So what are we down to now in our transfer budget? 17 million. There's still quite a bit to work with, to be fair. There's still quite a bit. Again, don't forget that the transfer budget also includes the weekly wage budget as well. So really, you're looking more like 12 million there. But there's still enough to work with here. And there's still a few targets I've got that I'd like to bring in. I think what I might do is add 1 or 2 players to transfer list. So I did say that depth was going to be a concern for us this season. I want to make sure we've got enough for it to compete in all 3 of our domestic competitions. But I think for Nathan Joe Aon, Dutch-born Indonesian fullback, I just don't see this guy really getting a game here. He's third choice left back. He's probably not going to play. So I'm going to add him to the transfer list here. And I think I might possibly add one of these 2 youngsters as well. Cameron Congreve, contract expiring come the end of the season. I might just sell, get his salary off the books, as we've got enough depth in the CM area for this season. I want to keep the Ukrainian, I quite like him. Right, let's advance through to the second game and we'll play that. It's indeed going to be Leeds at home as well. First home game into... Oh, actually, wait, before we do that, got a bid from Appendix 4 for Joe Aon, and I'm just going to accept that. That's totally fine with me. Right, yeah, first game of the season at home. Leeds in a battle between 2 of the 3 newly promoted sides from last season as Dan James welcomes his former teammates to the Swansea.com stadium. Let's see if we can get our first win of the season in front of our home friends, the Jack Army in South Wales. Come on, you Swans. Got AK-47 starting for the first time since the playoff final last year as well. First Premier League appearance for the Finnish kid. I don't know what to do with him, man. I really don't, because he's still got the exciting prospect tag, but he's not going to play that much for me at 64 overall. Let's be honest here, he just hasn't got the ability for the top tier. But I also don't want to loan him out, I want to keep him with me because he's a baller, man. He's a baller as he finds Dan James. First touches since coming back. Looks for Jerry Yates and it's cut out in the end. It's a tough one, man. It's a really tough one. Loan him out or keep him here as a squad player. So the second half begins, and once again, defensively, we're fine. Like, absolutely fine. I'm not one bit concerned. Again, maybe we could do with a new right back, especially for depth, as Josh is the only one we got. But Joe Rodon and Harry Darling, to me, I think it would be a solid CB duo. I trust Carl between the sticks to continue to grow and develop and learn under Karius, the mentor for him as well. It's just going forward, man. That's the only concern I've got. I do think we're going to need a new striker, no doubt about that. There's time and hits it to Jerry. And there's AK. Oh! Who puts it just wide. Weaker right foot, almost caught the keeper out. Yeah, it's exactly what I was predicting with Swansea. At the back, we're defending totally fine, but it's going forward where we've got the problems, man. We're defending high up the pitch, aggressive on the front foot, and not many teams are going to break us down this season. I'm not concerned about the back line, man, but we got to get the ball in the back of the net more, man. Second goalless draw in a row. We need a new striker. As I accept this bid here for Congreve from Motherwell as well. I've got a ton of players on the shortlist, man, in the striker position. Thank you for all the comments, as always. But one player that really does excite me, and a player that I've never used before, despite the fact he's a young English player, so you think I'd have used him at some point. No, I haven't. Cameron Archer, who I must say would fit this team really well. Why is that? Well, he's 75 rated, he's got a bit of pace up top, which we like as well, and he's also part of a relegated team. And of course, as you know, and I saw in the comments, I do like to sign those players from relegated teams to the realism as well. I think Cameron Archer would be the ideal fit for this Swansea team here. Aston Villa Academy graduate, relegate with the Blades. Let's bring him back to the Premier League here with Swansea. He's a good young player, Cameron Archer. And again, I've never used him before. At least I don't think I have. And I think he'd fit this Swansea team perfectly as well, man. I really do. I don't think we should have to pay much more than market valuation. Okay, maybe we do. No. Come on, Blades, you're a relegated team, man. You're a relegated team. You got to think more logically here, man. This guy's 75 rated. He's a young man. He wants to be in the Premier League. I'm not going to budge, man. I don't think we need to pay more than 7.75 mil max for the kid. Yep, there we go. Down to 7.9 mil, and I think this will come off here. 7.75 mil for Cameron Archer to return to the Premier League. Appreciate the suggestions, man. I think this guy might be a really good fit for us too, so I appreciate the comments for Cameron Archer. Once again, he wanted to take a pay cut, which to me, I just didn't think was realistic. However, for Cameron Archer to come back to the Premier League, he'll definitely be a starter in this team on a 5-year deal, 25 grand a week. He's here in South Wales to lead our line. He originally took number 10, but I know what you guys are saying as me, but like, I don't like to take numbers away from players that wear it in real life. Jamal's our number 10, man, and he will be until he leaves us. So Cameron Archer will take 22 instead. That's his age, and hopefully the amount of Premier League goals he'll get this season as well. Cameron, welcome to the Swansea.com stadium again. Never used it before, to the best of my knowledge, but at 22 years old, still getting better as well. He's got some good pace, very good balance, very underrated stat in my opinion. And with 77 finishing as well, no doubt about it. I think if he's presented with a chance, he'll put the ball in the back of the net. Needs to get a little bit stronger, definitely needs to get the stamina up, and also the attack and work rate from medium to high. Other than that, I don't see much of a downside to this guy. Cameron, welcome to South Wales. Right, following game, Crystal Palace away in the Carabao Cup first round. I like a good cup run this year, but I've still got the backup brigade out there regardless. Come on, you Swans. Marchetti wins it back, and now Cullen finds Jamie. Patterson dinks it, and Cullen! Oh, first goal of the season, and why am I not surprised? It's the man doing the dance, Liam Cullen wearing the armband off the mark, and whilst Cameron Archer has come in, he'll have this man to compete with up top, because for Jerry Yates, I think his days are numbered, man. For Cullen, no doubt about it, top scorer last year for me, and he's certainly going to give Cameron a run for his money. 1-0 Swansea, Cullen with the opener. We'll have that, there we go. And there we go, it's good football that. Oh, it's a wonderful move. Game. Put us in the hat for the next round. Lovely passing move that. And that will do it. Double up for Swans, 2-0, and put us in that second round. That's a lovely move that. That was very routine indeed. And it's ironic that it comes with a weaker lineup. Even so, we'll take it. Put this in the hat for the next round. Got Marchetti in the middle. Boss that game as well. I'm liking him already. Solid pickup on a free. You know, those players you bring in, you don't expect much of them, but they turn out to be really, really solid. I thought he was really good on his debut, man. Honestly, he looks good. He looks really, really solid. I'm glad I picked this guy up, man. Again, he's still getting a little bit better, even at 27 years old. He reminds me a bit of a Dimitri Foulquier, for those who watched my Hull FM save all those years ago. A player that I picked up, I had no knowledge of, and he turned out to be really, really solid. So, just told two of our squad players, Cho Aon is off to Pendixbor for just shy of $1 million, and Cameron Congreve has gone to Fir Park for a nominal transfer fee as well. So, again, we don't get much money for them, but I guess their salaries off the books, and a little bit can go a long way if you invest it in the right sort of player. And directly after the two sales as well, we also see that Charlie Conik, who we've been talking about in our academy, is potentially the next Gareth Bale. It's about to have an overall spike when I press the triangle button right here. There we go, up by 7 to 63 overall. This guy looks very talented. 89, 94 potential, left-footed right winger. He and Tattoo Oliver, both left-footed right wingers in this team, or it's an academy team I should say, looking really, really solid. I do wonder if I promote Conik now, because he's 18, he's going to ask for a deal at some point anyway, where we can loan him out, because he's not going to start in this team in the first season. I might gamble that. He's going to ask for a pro deal at some point during the season, so what I'm going to do is give him a pro deal now, add him to the loan list, and try and get him some first-team football down in the Championship. Let's check his potential first, but I'm almost certain it will be potential to be special. And it is indeed. At 63 overall, he's just not going to get much game time in the first season. Man, this guy looks really talented. I'd like him to get a little bit quicker, like Bale in his prime. But, yeah, he definitely needs to be loaned out and get some first-team football, no doubt about that. Oh, I don't know what to do with AK, man. Do we loan him out or just keep him here? I don't know. I really, really don't know. Tough one. Really, really tough one. Right, I think we'd have to get in that new right back though, man. Because again, Josh Keys held down his own in the first 2 league games. We've only got the 1 right back here. Now we've sold another full back as well. We've only got 2 left backs here. We need a new full back, and especially at right back as well. And now some great suggestions for right back in the comments as well, and I appreciate it so much, guys. Connor Bradley was a really good suggestion, but unfortunately he's moved on from Liverpool to Dortmund. We know they love those young players, and they've got another one there in the Liverpool Academy graduate. Ross McCrory at Bristol City. I quite like, to be fair. Very versatile player, as we know. Wouldn't be a bad suggestion whatsoever at Ashton Gate. I like this one as well. Lem Bekisa at Wolves. Could possibly get him on a loan deal, to be fair, and not have to pay a transfer fee in the first season. Aaron Hickey, of course, is an excellent suggestion, but unfortunately, little bit out of our price range in Season 1. The Bees were indeed relegated, so it would make sense, but unfortunately, just a little bit too expensive for us. Finn Stevens, not ready to start just yet, but definitely someone to consider for the squad. And Sergio Roberto was someone I saw was released from Barcelona, but in the end, yeah, probably a little bit too good for us currently right now, so no surprises. He went to Manchester United. However, I did see a comment for Ethan Laird, and I quite like this. Manchester United Academy graduate and a former Swansea loanee as well. Under Birmingham City, as we know, they've had their financial problems, therefore they had to sell a few of their young players, including the brother of Jude Bellingham as well. And why not Ethan Laird too? Really quick, young right back. Stamina's not the best, but technically he's pretty good going forward. And he's got the long throw trait, which you know I love as well. So a great suggestion for Ethan Laird, a former Swan loanee. We're going to bring him back to South Wales. I love that suggestion. I think for Laird, we probably will have to pay a little bit more than the market valuation, unfortunately. But maybe not that much. I'm thinking maybe about 5.5 to 6.5 million. So we'll go with the low ball 5.5 mil bid to begin with. And oh. That's the second time it's happened to me this season. Doxy boy, come on, man. You're giving away your money like lucky bags. I said we had to spend our pennies wisely. I said the Blues have had some financial trouble. So what does Doxy boy do? He goes and spends more than he needs to. Yeah, Ethan Laird is in though. 17 grand a week, 5-year deal. Appreciate the suggestions, man. Again, former Swansea loanee, now at the Blues, but still in the Championship in the end. Leaving Wayne Rooney and coming to Doxy boy. Ethan Laird is back at the Swansea.com stadium, buzzing with this. Because 23 years old, he's still going to get better, no doubt about that. And again, despite the fact that the stamina's not the best, his strength is slightly lower than I would like. And defensively, he's okay. Going forward, he looks really, really solid. I'd say playing him further up the pitch will be where we get the best out of him. However, I do see him more as a right back in this team. He just needs to get more defensively solid and more stronger with more stamina as well. We can do that through the development plan, and I think this guy's going to be our starting right back for at least 2 or 3 years. However, he'll be on the bench for our 4th and probably final game today. Manchester United away at Old Trafford, for our 3rd straight game in the league without conceding, and possibly our 1st win of the season in the league as well away in the Northwest. Come on, you Swans. We'll give Archer his Swansea debut, however, up top for us here. And again, hopefully 4 straight clean sheets to start the season off. You'd love to see that. As Josh Key says, Ethan, welcome to the club, but listen, I'm our starting right back here, and that ain't going to change. Nice ball through by him, to be fair. Ginnerly to Cameron, gets down his feet, shoots. Oh, what a save. But a Turkish shot stopper to prevent a debut goal for Cameron as well. I think he'll be a lot better for us than Jerry as well. I just feel it. Joe picks it up and ball rolls around Rasmus before going for it. Oh! Keeper was backpedaling. I think he always had it covered, but I think that's our first proper close attempt of this save thus far. Still 0-0, but very encouraging start this here. Give it back. Kanunen, shot block, handball off Mason Mount. And what a chance this is right on the edge for the Swans. Is AK standing over it? No, it's Matt Grimes. Now, from this close proximity, I think we'll be better with a right footer with power. Step right up, Josh Brownhill. And you know he'd love to score here at Old Trafford. Hold on, guys. That's perfect, I would say. Right there.
A reminder that foul and abusive language will not be tolerated.
Oh, my goodness. I think that's perfect right there. Yeah, maybe you're aiming for row F, Doxy boy. Come on, man. Yeah, Josh Brownhill, for those that didn't understand, was on the books of Manchester United before his release. And in the end, carved out a really good career for himself. Fair play. What I like about Brownhill is he spent quite a few years with each club as well. As Rashford, talking about spending years at one club, has just given the Red Devils the lead. When he did come through the Manchester United Academy, he's still there. And whilst the fans kind of, I don't know, they haven't really been too pleased with him this season and his form, and I understand that. But I think they'd always appreciate what he's done off the pitch in the local area in Manchester as well. Anyway, Rashford with the opener. And the Red Devils in front. First goal conceded this season. It was coming at some point. Brownhill, lovely ball through that to Cameron. And Archer. Oh, brilliant. Cameron. Going all the way. Oh, yes. Debut goal for Cameron Archer. Do your trademark celebration, young man. Perfect start for our new forward. Oh, it's a lovely ball by Anthony. And oh, what a block. Joe Rodden denying Rasmus a certain goal. Fantastic defensive awareness by the ex-Spurs man and the Swansea Academy guy. That's brilliant defending that. 2 minutes to go. Just got to hold on here. Anthony down the right. Back to Rashford, the goal scorer. Bruno Fernandes. Gets it back. Rushworth with the save. And possibly ensures will claim this point. Final chance to get everyone back in the box for this here to defend this corner, which I think Grimes will do so. No, Rashford. Oh! It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Sort of got in the way a little bit of Carl with Ginelli. Doesn't matter in the end. Carl's 2 saves at the end ensures see out the point. I'll take that. 3 draws start the season off. No wins yet, but 3 straight draws. It's not a bad start. Yeah, I'll take that, no doubt about it. So, yeah, deadline day is here. We still do have a little bit of money remaining, but really, we're looking more likely to bring in squad players, if anyone else here. So 2.5 mil remaining. It's more likely to be like 2 million, I'd say. We'll advance a couple of hours in the calendar first, though, and see if we can possibly get Charlie out on loan. That's the thing I really want to do on deadline day. And here we go. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect, as well as Luton just down to the Championship, putting in a bid for Josh, but I'd rather keep him here. He really turned it around after a position change last year, so I'm going to keep him here and say no to Rob Edwards. But Charlie, this is perfect, man. I said I want to get him down to the Championship, but loan out of Preston at Deepdale. Listen, it did wonders for a certain David Beckham. And if we put him on a let's do 1 year loan, and hopefully it'll come back after a year at Deepdale looking much better. We do have a bid for Nathan Wood, loan offer there. Just add him into the loan list because again I want to get him some minutes as well. And he's just not going to get much here, if I'm being honest. So, sent him to Rangers, didn't really play there. Hopefully, he'll get a little bit more minutes at Selhurst Park. We'll accept that loan offer, but I don't know if there's enough time for that to go through anyway, to be honest. But the Conik deal has gone through. So, Charlie off to Preston for a year. I'll keep an eye on him there at Deepdale. He looks like a real talent, man. But he needs the minutes. He'll definitely get him at Preston. And we'll see how he looks after a year. Brentford want to take Nathan as well. There's just not enough time for this deal to go through, unfortunately. I added him to the loan list, but on the day, so it's just not really enough time. I should have done it a few days before, really. I could still possibly try and loan him out when the January window comes round, but yeah, this deal is definitely not going to go through in time, unfortunately. So with 2 hours to go, it might, but it's very touch and go here. With 2 hours to go, I did see a couple of comments saying why not bring back Bashir. I mean, Bashir Humphreys last year had the big injury, but prior to that he was really solid alongside Cabango, and I certainly wouldn't mind him back again here, even if it's just a squad centre half here with the Swans. And unfortunately, yeah, Nathan Wood deal is going to run out of time, unfortunately. So I really wish that AI clubs would hurry up when it comes down to negotiating for your players. Because, like, what's taking you so long? It should not take you, like, 5 hours to complete a loan deal. Do you know what I mean? But even if Wood does stay here, no, Fulham, no. I still would like to bring Bashir back. I think last year he was really good for us. We can get him on a cut price deal, and he adds valuable squad depth to the team as well. So, to me, 68 overall. Not going to get any game time there at Stamford Bridge. I'd like to bring him back permanently. And even though, again, he would just be a squad player, he could still grow quietly in the background. I'm going to bring Bashir back permanently. We should be able to get him under the market valuation as well, because I can't imagine Poch has much use for him. Yeah, 1.45 mil, but I'm going to stick to my guns here and just say 1.3 mil and not a penny more, Mauricio. 1.3 mil, because you've got no use for him, man. He's 21 years old. He's not going to get that much better, I would think, but He's still got good enough quality to be a squad player in our relegation-threatened Swansea side. 1.3 mil, we'll take it. A 5-year deal and a slight pay cut for Bashir as he's back in South Wales and this time back here to stay as well. He was solid for us last year, even though he's still quite lowly rated. I do believe that he is going to get a little bit better, and as a squad centre-half, he'll do a job for us like Aaron Kashin did in our Luton Town career mode, which we of course finished earlier this month. So Bashir, welcome back to the Swansea.com stadium, this time on a permanent deal for £1.3 million. Again, he's comfortable, man. He's comfortable on the ball. Really, really important. Just needs to get the strength up. Other than that, he's not got any real red flags, if you will. So yeah, I'm more than happy with Bashir coming back on a permanent deal. Even if again, he's probably from now on just going to be a squad centre half here. And as we are now officially out of money and in the final hour of deadline day, we are going to wrap up today's episode there by seeing that the big movers are Christian Romero off to Real Madrid for £62.6 million. Andy Robertson has moved within England, going from Liverpool to Spurs for 61.6 mil, and he's their replacement for Destiny Udogie, who's done the same thing and gone to the Northwest. He's off to Manchester City for £55.4 million. I would call that a steal, as I'm big on the kid. So that's going to do it for transfer deadline day. 4 new signings to come in, 10 new signings overall for the Swansea City team. And to start the campaign off, no losses in our first 3 games, only 1 goal conceded as well. On a not a shoestring budget, but on a small-ish budget. I'm pleased with how the team's looking. I'm pleased with how we started off with the team. But of course, there is a long, long, long way to go in what is our first year back in the Premier League. But guys, thank you for the transfer targets. Glad to make a few signings for you guys, and no doubt about it, I'm very big on a couple that you suggested, including Cameron Archer getting that goal on his debut. Thanks for watching episode number 10 of the RTG career, guys. If you've enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for next episode of the RTG career mode very soon.